Hi, Capricorn. How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I just tried to do your reading and everything was going wrong and the cards were flying everywhere. And I was like, I can't do this because I feel a little bit scatterbrained. And I feel like nothing is right. Like nothing is going right. Every single thing that I do. See, I keep like moving things too. Like everything has to be perfect. Nothing is right. And at the same time, which is funny because I am a Virgo, so you would think that that would just be in my nature anyways. But it's not. Like, I'm a messy Virgo. Things don't have to be just so for me to do to do whatever. I'm kind of more of a go with the flow Virgo. So I do feel like this is your energy coming out. We have Judgment is the first card. I feel like you guys are kind of pulling back because there's a decision that needs to be made and you want to make the decision on your own and you don't want to have opinions of others. I do want to say hi to a really sweet girl I met at an expo here in Nashville a couple of weeks ago, Kelly. She's a Capricorn. Told her that I would say hi to her. It was really sweet. I don't get recognized very often. It's been maybe like 4 or 5 times. See what I mean? The cards flying everywhere. But when I do, it still kind of shocks me a little bit. So I think I was a little standoffish with her at first. So sorry if I was. Still a little strange. The card that flew on like wildly on the floor was the Ace of Wands. So there's this really excellent opportunity coming up in June for you guys. You have a decision that you need to make, and I feel like you want to make it on your own. You don't want everybody else's opinions or advice. You're like, can I just live my life? I don't need any extra whatevers. Like, leave me alone. Okay, so Judgment. Saturn is still retrograde in your sign. So do you feel like there has been some karma that has come back that you've kind of had to deal with? And this could be karma from your past life, karma from this life. If that's the case, I feel like you're moving past that quickly in June or you're like learning, it's like you're finally learning the lesson. There have been a lot of energies, moving energies lately. And in your fellow earth sign, Taurus, Uranus has moved into Taurus. Now, Uranus is the planet of evolution. It is ruled by Aquarius. And we also have Mars in Aquarius. So pushing that Uranus into Taurus so quickly the feeling, it's almost, and you guys can handle tough things. Like being a cardinal sign, things come up in your life and you can take care of it. Like I literally wanted to say you can take care of shit. Like you can take care of everything. And right now, High Priestess, whatever opportunities are coming to you, I don't feel like you're making it public. I don't feel like you're making it very well known. I feel like you guys are really taking a step back. The High Priestess is somebody who, she sees everything, she feels everything, she knows everything. But she doesn't really talk about it. And you feel this push from the universe to go a certain direction, but the consequences, right? 5 of Swords. It's like you're stopping yourself because of the consequences. Because you don't want to hurt anybody else, because you don't want to be deceptive. Most Capricorns I know are genuinely good-hearted people. 7 of Wands. But there's a defensive nature to this because you want to do what you want to do, but the fear the fear of doing that. And it's because you don't want to hurt someone else. You don't want to be the bad guy. I've had to tell several people in personal readings lately that we often think that we are the bad guy when we do things in our lives for ourselves because we think it's selfish, you know, and like, why, I mean, everybody's like, don't be a selfish person, don't be a selfish person. Is it really selfish? Thinking about yourself? Taking time out? Not doing everything against everybody else's agenda? Doing something like for you having an agenda? Is that selfish? Or is that just something that we're so not used to being able to do? It's like, take care of everybody else and not yourself. So you're kind of in this hanged man position. You could have a Pisces in your life. We do have 2 cards of Pisces here. Because there's this really great opportunity the universe basically just hands to you. And it's clear. It is a clear opportunity. It doesn't have to be huge, but it's a new path for you to go on, and it could actually be something really good for you. And you're like, I don't know. I don't want to hurt other people. I'm going to kind of keep this quiet for now. Not really sure what to do. Which direction I should go. Defensive. Kind of standing your ground. Yeah, the moon. We did just have a full moon in your 12th house of Sagittarius. And it probably illuminated a lot of things for you. So we have the moon, which is also Pisces. Lots of Pisces. And there you are. The devil. And that Pisces showing up, the King of Cups. Could also be a Cancer or a Scorpio, but I'm really feeling the Pisces vibe here. Saturn is still retrograde. We talked about that. And if you do have karma or 12th house, because the devil often talks about the 12th house, you guys, your shadow side, the side you don't show everybody else. If the Sagittarius full moon is kind of bringing opportunities to you, and you've had to keep quiet about it, you're really up in your head. 8 of Swords, 8 of Cups, the Fool, 3 of Cups. You're diminishing, it's so very interesting, you're diminishing yourself for others right now. And, okay, honestly, I want to tell you right now, don't be a Virgo. Don't be the martyr. Don't be the martyr. Because if you've got something, if this is your journey, if this is your path that you're supposed to be taking, if you have to leave people behind, which is really hard for a Capricorn to do. And like, I totally just threw shade at Virgos. Totally just threw shade at Virgos. And I know that. And if you're a Virgo and you're watching for a Capricorn, I'm not even going to apologize for it because we do tend to be the martyr. Like we give and give and give and give, and we're like the servant of the zodiac. And then it's like, well, nobody's giving back to me. So now I feel like it's time that Capricorns will give and give and give and give, but you don't play the martyr role. That's just what you guys do. You work very hard for other people. And if you're really up in your head about having to leave things in your past, things that are no longer serving you. My hand is cold, so I have my hand on my hot coffee, sorry. If you're having to walk away from things, I feel like you kind of need to go on a journey of self-discovery. That's what I call the 8 of Cups. Because being up in your head, like the 8 of Swords, being up in your head is not going to benefit you right now. I feel like action is needed. And I feel like a lot of that action is really moving forward. There's an evolution happening with Capricorn because so many things have happened in the last couple of years for you guys, that it's almost this awakening. You know, that's kind of what these two cards are sort of representing. Like, if you don't see physical opportunities coming to you, have you been going through an awakening lately? Is there a wake-up call? Like, I can no longer live my life the way that I've been living it. It's time for me to start doing things for myself. It's okay to have that notion, to start doing things for yourself, because you've been totally broken down. Time after time after time, you've been totally broken down. And in order for you to rebuild, sometimes you have to be humbled, but the Fool and the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups to me in this deck is all about celebrations, spiritual unions with friends. You want to move into a happier time of your life. And I feel like you've been holding yourself back for other people for so long that it's almost like it's maddening. That is the feeling that I was getting before I started your reading. I was going mad. Like, I couldn't, nothing was right. I couldn't. You feel like you've been a little diminished. Page of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, the Lovers, the Two of Cups, and the Three of Swords, and there's the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Behind the Three of Cups is the Wheel of Fortune. We'll get to that in a minute. Let me go. I don't want to get too many cards out and then be like, everybody's like, what did you just say? What did you just say? You want to start over. If you have really been broken down because of, and I don't feel like the relationship broke you down. I feel like everything else in your life broke you down and broke you down and broke you down and broke you down and broke you down. And now you could have another earth sign in your life, but I'm really kind of feeling like this is you. Like, you're kind of at the end of your rope. And you know that you've been defensive, and you know that you've been probably a little petty about things, and you know that you've been kind of keeping to yourself because you don't want to hurt anybody else. I'm rearranging. See how particular I'm being? I'm rearranging cards. And you're like, I got to break free of this. I need to find my people. That's what these two cards, the Fool and the Three of Cups. I need to find my people. The Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. The Lovers and the Two of Cups. You know what you've been manifesting and you know where you're going. But if you've felt extremely diminished because of other people in your life, June is going to be an excellent time for you to just kind of look at everyone and say, you know what? I'm not going to let you push me down anymore because this is what I want. This is what I want. And whether this is somebody that's already in your life, you could have a Gemini in your life that you have a serious relationship with, or if this is somebody that's coming in, or somebody you've been manifesting, if this is a relationship you've actually been manifesting that you know you want, and you just don't quite have it yet, but you feel it. Because this kind of connection, we feel this in our bones way before. We feel this in our soul, I guess, is the best way to put it. Way before it even shows up. But I feel like the Queen of Cups, it could either be the Queen of Cups or the King of Cups, whatever gender you are. It doesn't really matter. It's a general reading, right? I feel like this is you becoming very emotional. But the Queen of Cups is also extremely intuitive. She reminds me a lot of the High Priestess. It's like you already know that somebody's going to get hurt. But at the same time, and it could be a family member, you know, like if this, for my example that I keep thinking of, is somebody's leaving home. It's like somebody's leaving home so they could get married or be in a relationship, and it's hurting the family in some way. But the thing is I feel like you guys are taking on other people's feelings, very intuitive, very empathic, and you're worried about what the outcome is going to be, or you are hiding from this relationship, this impending relationship that you feel deep in your soul, and you're like, I don't know if I want to get hurt, or I've been hurt in the past, and I'm still a little bit broken by it. I'm still very, very emotional by it. So I'm kind of like not letting myself, I'm not putting myself out there for that reason. I'm not like daring, I'm not being very daring. I'm not being very brave about what I want to do and where I want to go because I'm afraid that I'm going to feel this again. The thing is though, uh-oh, there's a cat that's coming up. Get down. Get down. Sorry. Cat's coming up on the table. Macy. She's like, what's going on up there? The other day she jumped up in my lap while I did a reading. It's pretty funny. She likes to sit on my lap when I'm reading. If we stop ourselves, I had to retrain, like get back into my mindset. If we stop ourselves from moving forward in a direction, because we have the Wheel of Fortune and we have the 9 of Wands. If we stop ourselves and fight the Wheel of Fortune from happening, if you think you can fight the Wheel of Fortune from happening, that's pretty cool. I wish I could fight it sometimes. The wheel's going to turn. When you're ready, the wheel's going to turn. The universe is going to be, or when the universe thinks you're ready. Doesn't matter whether you're actually ready or not, but when the universe thinks you're ready, this wheel's going to turn whether you like it or not. But if you keep trying to stop yourself and you make it very uncomfortable and you get very defensive and you don't go on the path that you're supposed to go on into union with apparently something or someone that you're very, very connected with for fear of failure, because that is a Capricorn's biggest fear, failure. How are you ever going to have anything good in your life if you're always stopping the happy from coming in? Because this is a time that the universe is saying, you've done the work. And yes, you may have to leave some people behind, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to be there when you come back. But you have great things coming up, and you have a very close connection. And you've been wanting this. Deep down, whether you would admit it or not, you want something bigger than what you've had. And fighting that wheel will make things harder for you. I wish I could say, oh yeah, this is about work, because we all know that Capricorns have been working very, very hard lately. And I think a lot of you guys will actually bury yourselves in work so you don't have to deal with the emotional side. Well, now the emotions are coming out. Lilith is spending its last moments in Capricorn, and then the middle of June or towards the end of June, like third week in June, it moves into Aquarius. So really, really, really watch yourselves on any kind of like obsessive qualities you might have. Lilith likes to ruin relationships often, just because she's that person. So if you are moving in a new direction, or you're going, like for some reason I feel like somebody out there, this could be a very specific message for one specific person, but somebody out there is like moving homes or like moving states or moving away from their family, and it's painful and it hurts, but it's growth. And it's positive growth, and it's a great opportunity. And you're moving to either a place where you're going to meet somebody, or you're moving towards the person that you love. I don't know. You'll have to let me know if I like pinpointed somebody's thing, because that's the feeling that I keep getting, that somebody's leaving home to set out on a journey all on their own. For others of you, it could just be that you've really been fighting with yourself about the feelings that you have with one person, one specific person, or you're waiting for this specific person to come into your life. And I want to say that if you keep the defenses up and you keep thinking, I'm always going to be deceived, or I don't want to deceive somebody else, or something like that, I feel like there's this forward movement through June where there will be opportunities that are open up to you, and take those opportunities, because I don't want you to regret anything that you did or didn't do to get to this, because just holding these two cards makes me feel good. It always makes me feel good when I see the positive side of this relationship coming out. And with the Nine of Cups, it's almost like you've had to humble yourself to get there. With the Nine of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So, Capricorns, I wish you the best of luck in June, because I do feel like you're having to let go of some past things before you can move forward in your journey. I have an event in Boston on July 27th. The tickets are for sale. That link is below in the box if you click on that. I don't have it up on my website yet, the link. I've been meaning to do it the last couple days, and I've been just so incredibly busy. So I will get the link for the tickets, to buy the tickets for that. It's an Eventbrite link. I also have others. I was going to be in New York, but I think that's changed to Philadelphia and a spot in New Jersey. And then we've also added a weekend in Austin, Texas. So I don't know the exact details yet of that, but it will be in August in Austin. And I think it's the weekend before my birthday, actually, is what we're going to do. So, and my birthday is the 30th, so it'll be the weekend before. So party time with Betsy. I'll let everybody know when those tickets, or when that link is ready to go. I love you guys so much. Oh, readings, FaceTime readings. There are 2 more days that the FaceTime readings will be on special. The new special for June will be for the soulmate readings and for the soul's journey lesson readings. And I will have those going June 1st. So on Thursday, I believe it's Friday. Friday's June 1st, right? Yeah. Sorry, I'm like scattered. And fearlessintuition.net if you would like to have a reading, and check out the InstantGo app if you'd also like to have a reading. I love you guys so much. I will see you for the second half of June. Bye.